Okay, so what we have here is a list of the names from the top drive comments section. I've attributed them all a number, and over here we have a number generator, random number generator. So just to show you, pick 1 to 100. If I click generate, it's going to pick a number. Click it again, the number differs. So we will put 1 to 8. Best of luck everyone in here, and let's see whose packs we will be opening on behalf of next. It is going to be Magician 04. So congratulations mate, we'll get into that in just a sec. So now that we're back in the game, let's go and open those packs on behalf of Magician. He did opt for the UK premium packs. I've also decided I'm going to make a slight alteration to this promotion. I'm going to in fact make it a little bit more likely that you guys will win something. Okay, it's not a lot more likely, but it is more likely. As well as being able to get the 25 voucher for a legendary, I'm going to give you the option or the chance to win a £10 voucher if you correctly predict an epic that I pull. So for example, if it was UK premium, if you said, oh, you're going to pull the epic Caterham Super Light, for example, and I did pull that, then I give you the £10 voucher. Now make sure when you do put your entry into the comment section, not only do you say the pack, you also say the specific epic. I would suggest doing the RQ as well as the car name so there can be no confusions afterwards. As I said, just a little extra way for you to get something out of these packs, because I'd still be pretty happy with an epic even if you guessed it correctly. Now, to make it a little bit easier for the future, I am going to be adding something like free carbon fiber pack or free CF entry or something onto the thumbnail, so you'll be able to see which videos will count as being able to qualify for the next draw. And I am going to reset it. I know there's only been 2 of you so far, so it's not a huge change, but everyone, it's going to be reopened again because of this new inclusion of the epic into the draw. So for this one, sorry Magician, doesn't include it because I don't have your epic suggestion, but for future ones it will do. So let's come and open these 2 packs. I'm hoping mate that you actually end up with a voucher, although as much as I hope you do, I also hope it doesn't happen too often because I'll go pretty skimp pretty quickly. But first of all, okay, it's going to at least be a double super rare. I'll take that. If anything we can get 2 super rares, good, I'm happy. Now this does mean I'm going to have to generate a little bit more cash over the course of the weeks to compensate for these slightly more expensive packs, but that's going to be my problem, not you problem. Anyway, fingers crossed mate, fingers crossed. Okay, Lotus Elise, well unfortunately not this time, but the good news is you can re-enter again because as I said, starting from the next pack opening you have 2 opportunities to win, not only if the legendary drops but also if an epic drops and you correctly identified it in the comments section. Now let's move on, let's go into the majority of today's video. First of all, I can see Lamborghini carbon fiber packs in the store. I am actually going to get one of these. We'll go to the event in a moment, but my main reason behind wanting to pick a Lamborghini is because I still feel I have missed out on the decent ones. And we take away the price cars, okay? Forget the price cars. I just want to get an Aventador, basically. I mean, yes, there are obviously better ones out there. This Centenario would be obviously great, but if we have a look through the cars, we can see some of the half decent cars, 90 odd RQs, and I'm still stuck down here with my 84, 85, 86 RQ Lamborghinis. Yeah, not that they're particularly game breaking or anything. I just really want to have a decent Lamborghini for events where you can actually use them and they will help you. Not that I actually think it's the best pack to be buying on. I just want to try my luck. I want to try my luck and get Lamborghinis. So a good Lamborghini. Let's see. I pretty much got all the others I need. All the ultra rares, all the epics. I should probably keep one of the Muras if I do get it, because I keep using them just in case for not these ones. I mean the ultra rare ones. Just in case for drag events. And it's another Countach. Okay, well it's going to be Fuse. No luck there. Hopefully we'll have some more luck in a future pack then. But we'll leave it. We'll leave it there. Let's move on. Let's move on. Now, first of all, I do want to say a thank you. I suppose it is a thank you to Kristen Harland, who did give me a suggestion on the previous video with regards to changing my team up for the event and involved me bringing in the Caterham 270 for wet circuits in the UK one. I can't remember what it was called. I didn't actually get to try it out enough, but it definitely did help me on the wet circuits. So it was an alternative that if I had actually played the event a bit more, I would have definitely looked into, because it could have potentially helped me to consolidate a top 10 place. So thank you for your input. Always willing to listen to other people's suggestions. As I said, I'm not an expert at this game, so I'm sure you guys will see certain things that I have missed which could help me and other people. Now, Animal ABCs is the event I'm going to look at in particular. Now, if we compare that, we do have Troubled Waters and Animal ABCs. I'm not going to go over the Troubled Waters. We can see it's got our traditional style of events where we just need to use 5 times Mercedes-Benz. Now, if we look at the Animals ABCs, I thought this was going to involve cars with animal names like, the Cobra, etc., Barracuda, stuff like that, but it doesn't. It involves specific manufacturers and, pretty interestingly, specific rarities. Now, what is really interesting, I want to say, about this event is that if we look at the requirements, 2 super rares, 2 ultra rares and an epic, and we look at the RQ requirements, basically there are no RQ requirements, because you can put any epic in, any of your ultra rares and any of your super rares that meet the requirements. Okay, so you don't have to worry about RQ. What this goes and does in theory is it creates a more level playing field in the event. So it doesn't matter if somebody's got 4 or 5 great ultra rares or epics which would help them dominate this event, they can't use them. They're going to have to use cards from different rarities. Now obviously the more options you've got, the more combinations you can make and the better your chance is going to be, but you're still going to be able to tactically come out and build a team that can beat someone else. So you may, for example, decide that you are going to find a rare performance car which does fairly well against the epics, although you know it's going to lose, but it's not going to lose too badly, to allow you to free up your epic to beat somebody else's ultra rare, and freeing up an ultra rare for you to beat their super rare. So there's going to be a different way of building your team here, and I'm actually quite excited to give it a go. Now I have given it a go, but I forgot what the requirements are. I did this last night just to try it out. Really interested with this new style of event. Now to be fair, I think it's good if they run something like this alongside your Troubled Waters event, which is your kind of standard 5 Mercedes. If you've got the 5 good Mercedes, or you've got the key cards here, you can do well those events, because it gives people an option. You can potentially carry on with the kind of normal standard events if you don't have such a diverse garage, and if Mercedes events aren't particularly great for you, you've got a chance here to use an event where it's a little bit more balanced, in my opinion. So pretty happy to see that. Now the first thing I would suggest for everyone to do here is to go into the events and see the track sets. So again, if we click on events and we go down to Animal ABCs here, Mousetrap has kindly put up the track sets. And what you'd want to do, I haven't done this, okay, so I'm just doing it now, although I have played the events, is you want to click on them and you want to see what the common denominators are, and you're going to try and build a team which you think can best help you over all the track sets, or at least make you specialize on at least 2 of the track sets. So here I would say there is mainly drags, okay, and city streets ×2, so that's what we'll make a note of, as well as a hill climb sand. Okay, so the first thing is how much sand is there going to be, because if there's lots of sand, we're going to want to bring an off-road car. The second track set, again, we have a couple of drags, so, or at least speed ones. We've got 2 city streets again, and the extra one is a car park. Okay, so no sand, no dirt needed here, but we still have 2 city streets and 2, I would say, relatively fast / draggy type of tracks. The third one here, city streets is all gone. We've got three kind of, I'm going to call them drags, okay? I know they're not all drags, but just for the sake of it, as well as 2 twisty ones, let's say. And then on the third track set now, we have, again, no city streets. We've got 3 kind of draggy ones or speed ones, and 2 twisty ones. So if we come and take all of those together and break it down, we can see that speed, a drag element is going to be, or a fast element is going to be incorporated in at least 2 of the 5 track sets. 2 of the 5 races in each of the track sets, 3 of them in 2 of them. So it's going to be pretty important. The sand was only in there for one element, 1 race, and well, we'll just go and bring all the cars that are applicable. And we can see twisty as well, pretty key. Now City Streets comes up in half of them, and half of them it doesn't. So what I can deduce is I would want to have something along the lines of a car, 2 cars at least, which are going to be good for drags. I want 1 car which can hybrid between City Streets and drag, 1 car which could possibly hybrid between City Streets and twisty, and then you're going to have kind of a filler car which we're going to do afterwards. So the first thing that I can kind of think of, okay, first thing I can think of here, and I could be wrong, I don't remember exactly the team that I've put out originally. I have a rough idea, but going over it now, I can think of a car already which is going to be potentially a good car for me to take, and that is the Pescarolo. Why? It takes up 1 of the super rare performance slots. It can go on the drags / the 50 to 150 etc, because it has the top speed, has decent MRA. Okay, it's not as powerful as it used to be. It's also got medium ground clearance, so this car can do more than 1 track for me. Therefore, I think potentially this is a car I want to have in my hand. So I'm going to take that to tick off 1 of the super rare performances. The next thing I'm going to do is have a look at the epics. What do I have at my disposal? Well, given that RQ is not going to be an issue, as we can see here, and there's no rain, there's absolutely no point me looking for wet surface tires or anything. I want to look for the car with the best potential for drags, I'm going to say, because it looks like my epic is going to have to be able to do fairly well on a drag circuit. Now I've got the Diablo SE, which has very good MRA, but I haven't worked on it, so to me it looks like it's going to have to be the Gallardo. Okay, that makes the most sense here. So I'm saying I've got a drag, I've got a City Streets. Now I go to my ultra rare and see what I put in. Now this is a little bit trickier, because I think that the Maloo, again a bit like the Pescarolo, it can do the City Streets level, and it can also do quarter mile, something like that. No, it's not going to be particularly great. Okay, it's not a drag car, but it's not awful. It's not awful, and it could cover a couple of bases. I also did consider playing around with the Corsa. So for the hill climb in the sand, this car would be the go-to car. It would also be able to do City Streets, and it can also do twisty circuits. So for me, I think that car has to come in. I really do. Drag wise, I lack quite a bit of power here. Probably the Boxster kind of does the twisty, does maybe the drag a little bit better. I've also got the option of the Carrera to do the hill climb, because it's got high ground clearance, or medium ground clearance. So I thought it had high. Didn't it used to have high? Medium ground clearance. Again, it kind of does the same thing as the Corsa, but I think the Corsa will do better in the non-hill climb environment. I'm gonna put the Corsa in. I think the Corsa is a go-to car. And what is my other super rare going to be? I mean, I've also got the option that I could put in the Rally, the 504 Rally, which will go in. That could do the dirt hill climb. That can also do the City Streets, and it would free me up the ability to be able to bring in 2 maybe stronger, I'm gonna say, cars. I'm gonna go with this for now, but I do think this could come out, and the Spider could come in, or potentially the Boxer, probably the Spider. And let's see, we've got to finish off the last one. We got some medium streets, which is all sorted. We got 2 drags, 3 if we need to. So we either want something really draggy or really twisty. It looks like it has to be the Opel doesn't it? To be fair, you could go for more of a pure drag cart with the Mule or something potentially. I think for now I'll put the Opal in. So here's me trying to construct a hand. We're just going to play the first person we come up against first of all, just to get a game on the board. So here we are we lucky or are we not lucky? I'd say we are kind of okay, because we know that we have the Corsa, which is going to be pretty good on things like the Slalom. So I feel we have to put the Corsa and the GT in for 2 victories. Now I know the Diablo is decentish. I can't remember its actual stats with regards to drag. I've got a feeling it could do in my Gallardo. So I think I will put the Pescarolo on the 1 mile. I'll put the Gallardo on the 0 to 30, and I'll put the Maloo out on the 0 to 120. And I think we should do pretty all right here. Now this, I don't want to say balanced. Okay, balance is the wrong word here, because they're forcing us to use super rares, ultra rares, and 1 epic. So everyone's hand is going to be kind of balanced. But I feel you need to. So now I'm going to lose here. Okay, but I lost by less than what I won against the Maloo, so it's okay with the Gallardo. Yeah, I feel you've got to really look at the track sets, and because there's nothing consistent, like as in they're all a little bit different, you've got to find out what you can work with and what you feel your garage is strongest to take advantage of. And I feel the city streets, I'm still able to compete in those ones because some of my cars can do okay in the other track sets. So that's why I've kind of gone for this lineup. I definitely feel the 1 car to come out might be the Corsa, and drop that out, I said, for the Peugeot, which we just saw, and then potentially drop out the Maloo and bring in something else a bit faster, a bit twistier. But anyway, let's come in. We'll do the second race, and then we'll go as high as we can. So this one, different track set again. We've got G-Force and Slalom test, 0 to 150, 0 to 150, and the 1/4 mile. So I think it makes sense here to probably put the GT on the Slalom, put the Opal on the G-Force, because it should still beat the Porsche. We're going to see. I think it is going to win that. Now we take the Gallardo on the 0 to 150. I think we take the tie on the 1/4 mile, and we know we're not going to do great on the 0 to 150 here, which is one reason why I was considering bringing the Mura. But I honestly think that this, I know I've got a little bit of a soft spot for the Maloo, but I do think that it offers us more overall on all the track sets. Okay, it got destroyed there, which obviously isn't great. Drags, especially up to a 150, isn't going to be its strong point. Now we do get the victory here. We definitely would have lost that if we had had in the Peugeot. We would have won it with the Porsche though, so depends which way you go. This should be a victory, and it's all going to come down to the last race, is can the Gallardo beat the Porsche? And yep, we know that's going to be okay. So it worked out just about. Yeah, really interested to hear some of your people's thoughts at home. Now obviously I understand I will have some cars that you won't have, you will have some cars that I won't have, so you are going to be slightly limited to the way you construct your hand. But is my theory correct? Have I created a well balanced hand in terms of I can compete on most of the track sets? Obviously knowing that I'm probably going to do a little bit better on the medium ones and the sand compared to the pure twisting drags, but will I be able to compete? Let me know. We have to go here. Okay, this is a this is just a no-brainer. That is what that car is there for. We have no choice. We're pretty much always going to be putting that there. Can't think of a reason why I wouldn't. Now with the other medium streets, I do have a chance to put in the Malou to see if it can beat the Pescarolo, which it should do. I want to see, rather than taking 2 ties, I want to see if the Pescarolo can beat the Alfa Romeo here. So this is going to be just to kind of try. Now we can take a 0 to 150 victory, and we can take a defeat here. I'm definitely considering taking out the Opel and going for a super rare drag kind of car. Definitely thinking about that. Maybe even the second Pescarolo. That is, I didn't even check. We tied. Oh, okay, fine. We tied. It wouldn't have made any difference then. All right, cool. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's where I think I could potentially increase. Now, obviously, we've lost here to the Peugeot, which is pretty damning to our chances of winning this now, because now we are in trouble. But yeah, it looks like we'll get some points here. That's the only thing that's going to save us in this track set. So this track set, I suppose we're lucky in some respects, but we've played for that. The hand has been built for that. So lucky, not lucky, I don't know. We'll do one more. Should I remove the Opel? And if I remove the Opel, should I bring in the drag, or more of a drag car like Mura, or should I bring in the Pescarolo? And honestly, I don't know. In the twisty circuits though, 2 of the track sets do have twisty circuits. These 2 cars will not do well. They will only do well in the drags, and they're kind of like, this is more for twisty, and this one is just a filler, isn't it, really? I suppose the key cars are over here. You know what? I still feel overall for all the track sets, that is my best option. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Someone else in the top 10. Okay, slalom test. We can see the Corsa here, and we can see the Opel. Pretty similar lineup to what I had. I'm going to try something a little bit different here. I think that I can take the victory in the quarter mile. I think I take the 2 ties. I think I take the victory with the Lamborghini on the 0 to 150, and I think I put the Pescarolo out here because I don't think it's going to get badly destroyed, to be honest with you. We will see, but there's a victory. So that's what the Malou can do against the weaker cars, against your super rares and your non-drag kind of ultra rares. It will do okay in the quarter mile. Get a victory with the Gallardo. Okay, got 2 ties coming up, so nothing too surprising here. The thing is, can the Pescarolo lose by less than or around 150? I think it can. I honestly think it's not going to get destroyed by more than 150 points. Get in. Right, come on. Oh, you stupid car. Maybe if I had the 4.884 version, that would have just about won. But it would then, I think that one loses in the city streets. That's what I need to find out. I need to find, you know what? Sorry guys. I'm just going to do this. Very quickly. I'm going to find out. Does it win? I could obviously do it myself. I could go to one of the track sets and try out the 2 cars, but that's not as much fun. Let's see. Does this version give me city streets and another Pescarolo? That's what we've got to find. The slalom, we can test it against. We don't have indoor karting. Let's test it on the indoor karting. Let's see. I can't test it, unfortunately, on the city streets, which is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, not the best track set here for me. But let's see how that Pescarolo does. I expect it to lose, to be honest with you. I expect it to lose. I think the 4.986 one, yeah, is the way you have to go with it. I'm going to skip this because this was only just to test kind of how my car did. I really think I have to go for 4.986 still. But yeah, interesting event. I like it. I like the way they've gone with it. I am going to quickly touch on the Renault Diamond Club. Don't worry guys, look, a lot of people complaining about it. Yes, I'm almost able to do round 6 because I just needed to work on another Renault. I had some of these already worked on. Some of them have absolutely no idea why I'd worked on this Renault 12. It was already like this when I came into the event. That's why I've put it in. But if you don't have the cars and you don't want to spend your resources on leveling up silly Renaults or trying to get Renaults from aluminium packs, don't worry, because if you look at the rewards as we go across, it's a little bit of cash, and finally it's a ceramic pack. So this just kind of looks like a, I don't know, a bit like a side event, bit of a side event to go along with the main events that are going on in the game. So don't worry, you're not missing out on a huge amount. If you can't do the Renault event, or you don't want to invest your resources in your lower RQ Renaults, then you're not missing out, okay? Feel free not to. Right, thank you as ever for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you want to enter into the next giveaway, then leave your comment along with the epic card that you think I will get from the chosen pack, premium pack that you have opted me to open, and I look forward to seeing your suggestions. See you all soon, everyone.